So, what we have here is Grixis As Foretold. Shout out to Pause9 submitting this donation. And there's a lot of stuff going on here. So the main concept is you have As Foretold, Electrodominance, and to a lesser extent Dreadhorde Arcanist powering out your 0 mana spells. Normally you would have to suspend these and wait a couple of turns to cast them, but with As Foretold and Electrodominance, you can cast these for free. Like you can spend 2 mana Electrodominance to play one of your zeros, and then same thing with As Foretold. Now, we've played this in the past where we've been like Ancestral Vision, Crashing Footfalls, sometimes Restore Balance. Today, we're playing 4 copies of Wheel of Fate, which is Wheel of Fortune. Each player discards their hand and draws 7 cards. Now, that type of effect is extremely powerful when combined with Orcish Bowmaster and Sheoldred. And the cool thing is, these are just good cards that you would want to put into your deck regardless, whether or not you had the wheels. So you're just having an excuse to put more good cards into your deck. And then we have, just kind of round out the deck, we have a couple of Preordains to help find the combo pieces, similar with Expressive Iteration, just to help facilitate and, make sure you can find the piece that you need if you're missing an As Foretold or if you're missing a 0 mana spell. Very light amount of interaction to push to bolt. The one thing that I will say about this deck list is the mana base is a little sketchy, because sometimes you want to suspend Vision on 1 or play Preordain, which means you need blue on turn 1, but then sometimes you need black on 2, red on 2, and then sometimes you even need double red on turn 2. So you have to be a little bit careful with your fetching in this deck. So keep that in mind. But yeah, this one looks really cool, and I am very excited to see how this one does. Draw Footfalls. Well, there's only 2 Footfalls, and again, you can still cast them off of Foretold and Electrodominance, so it's fine. I'm keeping this hand. This one's a little sus. Needs more flames. We don't have any wizards, right? I guess just Arcanist. Okay, this hand does the thing. Those should be banned. Yeah, basically. I think I'm putting back Expressive, right? And we're just gonna YOLO. How big we talking? Shh. We have to fetch Shock twice against Burn. Do I have the basic mountain? I really hope I do. I do not. Well, I guess the plan was not play against Burn, but unfortunately, sometimes you do get queued into Burn. That's kind of the issue. Is there an instant speed way to bring Sheoldred back for draw triggers against the opponent? The only... Oh, no! Fuck. The only one that I can think of is Goryo's. How do we... We can't beat this card. 07s, chat. Actual 07s. Just no chance against the Roiling Vortex. Yeah, it's Jover. I love it. Roiling Vortex into Suspend Riftbolt, Giga Chad. Shelly Brage. Maybe I should have got a basic Swamp there, since I'm not planning on Electrodominancing now. I'm just going to scoop if they have Searing Blaze. They simply just wanted it more if they had Blaze. Okay. Go to 8. We just can't possibly win, dude. So I can Dominance for 1. Cast Wheel. How much can I deal them? Dominance for 1. Wheel, which is 14, 15, 16. I can deal them 17 damage here. Oh, but then they die to their Rift Bolt, right? No, because they just burned me on their upkeep, right? Draw Bolt. No, I can't draw Bolt because I would need to fetch Shock at that point. Well, I guess what I could do, if I Dominance Wheel and hit Shockland Bolt, then I have enough, right? Because I take 5 from the Vortex, 2 from the Shockland, that's 7, then I Bolt them. Well, the only thing is, Care Bear, is I'm missing a point of damage if I don't Dominance for 1. They can't Rift me. Right, but the whole point of this is they just cast a burn spell in their upkeep before the Rift Bolt trigger resolves. You know what I mean? So it's still not enough, right? It's 9, they go to 4. I guess there's a world where they just didn't find an instant speed burn spell to cast. It's unlikely, but... Well, they don't have a choice. They have to cast the Rift Bolt. No way. No shot. There's no way you bricked. They just wanted me to think they bricked. Fuck off. God damn it. Just getting trolled by burn players. Why are burn players the way they are? Should have waited a turn for double archer. Then I just die to the Rift Bolt. If I let the Rift Bolt resolve, I go to 5, and then I can't cast the wheel. I also couldn't afford to not shock. Like, what did you want me to do? Not shock? And then next turn play the Bowmaster, turn after? But then I'm giving them another draw step. Like, I still probably would have lost. Guys, I don't think it mattered. We can drop it. I don't think it mattered. Moon's bad. Chalice is, like, okay, but I don't want a Chalice for 1. Could have played the correct fetch.
I don't have a basic mountain in my deck.
As you can see in the mana base. So what was your plan? Get a basic swamp and then still have to shock next turn? It wouldn't have mattered. I have to shock at some point regardless. I don't know what you're saying. Chat, stop fucking gaslighting me. I can't. Nice mana base, by the way. Yeah, you can't really afford to play the Triumph because you need to be able to go Preordain into Electrodominance. This hand's good. This hand's very good. If you're gonna gaslight me, at least gift a sub, you know? Deck building issues, something like that. Am I Electrodominancing? I don't think so. I think I'm just gonna... I'm gonna tank the Rift Bolt so I can Spell Pierce their stupid Vortex. Yeah, I'm gonna tank the Rift Bolt here for sure. Because I think the only card I really care about is Vortex. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. I'll Spell Pierce a 2-mana burn spell. Yeah, I'll just let all this happen. Would love to find a land here. So I can shock here and then go Electrodominance, Vision, and Pierce. But shocking here is kind of sus. I'm just going to pass. Goblin Guide. That one I don't care about because I can bolt. That one doesn't matter. Wheel of Fate. It's not bad. I mean, I don't really want to reload their hand. Given that this is the problem with Wheel of Fate against Burn, you know? So I think the plan now is to just go As Foretold Vision. And I'm not going to wheel until it's lethal. Might not have to fetch. I'll just play the island. Although, I guess fetching is better if we find Sheoldred. Another fucking Vortex, huh? It's really bad for me. Second Vortex, huh? Preordain. There's the Sheoldred. But, oh God, this is so bad because they have the stupid Vortex. Force of Negation would be good with Visions and Wheels. Well, it's weird because sometimes you want to go for Wheel on your own turn, and then you can't, like, back it up with Force. I guess you can force something on their turn, draw into Force, and then Force on their turn. How do I do this? They're dead to Wheel? No, I die. Right? I die if I cast the Wheel because I have to shock. Also, here's the issue, right? If I go fetch shock, play Sheoldred, play wheel, they can just respond to the Sheoldred, like the life loss triggers, and just cast a lava spike. Because I have to fetch shock to 6, take 5 off of the vortex, go to 1. I guess we can hope that they just don't draw exactly lightning bolt, right? Because that's their only out. We kind of have to, right? They can't stop the life gain. Oh, that's a good point. That is a good point. Okay. Yeah, I guess we have to go for it, right? If they find Bolt, they find Bolt. Vortex stops it. If they tap this to make me not gain life, they go to 14 and they die to the Sheoldred triggers. So I'd be pretty happy if they did that. Well, active in... I guess we're not dead. Yeah, we're not dead. Just basically dead. Yeah, this matchup is basically unwinnable. At least they didn't slow roll the bolt. Voice OG coming back with the 40-month resub. I appreciate the 40 months. That's a very, very long time. Thank you for the resub. They drew a card? Yeah, but it doesn't matter, right? Or does it? Oh, it definitely does, right? Yeah, it matters a lot. I just dome them, right? Dome them for 3. They go to 6. They go to 2. Yeah. Unless they have a burn spell on their upkeep. Right? This would be an insane game to win. Yeah, or their draw step, too. Yeah, they can also find it in their draw step. One time. Let's go! How did I win that game, dude? My God. Whew. All right, game 3. Game 3, chat. Game 3. I was going to concede. Yeah, I thought I was dead. That's true. Now I have to win on the draw, which is kind of tough. Yeah, Here's the thing, though. If you subscribe to the channel with Twitch Prime, you can send your energy, and we can maybe make it more likely that I can steal a game on the draw against Burn. But only if you got that Prime sub. I think I'm keeping this. It'd be kind of loose. Yeah, NRG. Thanks, Goblin Guide. Shout out to Goblin Guide, by the way. Goblin Guide is my best card. So it's kind of awkward because topping this is good against Vortex, but not if they have Vortex this turn. So I think I'm just going to bottom it. These. Yeah, I wish this deck could just play 12 Spirebluff Canals. Okay, second guide. That's better for me than Vortex. Well, the thing that's nice about Pierce Care Bear is if it's in my opening hand, I just don't play Preordain on turn 1. I just hold that up for their turn 2 thing. But now we're probably dead. These are not it. Go to 7. Yeah, we're just dead. We are just dead. As Foretold. This has to be the worst possible matchup. Sometimes you get burned. I think I'm going to keep this. It's really good if we can find a wheel. You've seen Pauper Red? No, I haven't seen it. Not recently. Back when I used to play Pauper, I do remember there being a red deck, and it played Curse of the Pierced Heart. I don't know if they still play that card. Breeding Pool, thank God. No Lava Spike. You know what's funny? This deck is probably really good against Spike's deck, because we have 4 Bowmaster, 3 Sheoldred. Against the bee nonsense. Yeah, it could be Rhinos. Definitely not rhinos. Glimpse of Tomorrow. Kessig Flame Breather. Oh, that thing? This deck looks cool as hell. Electrodominance. Okay, I'm just going to hold up Bowmaster here. I think this deck needs Claim to Fame shenanigans. Yeah, I guess you can get back Bowmaster, and you can also give Arcanist haste. That could be okay. I'm not opposed to it. Alright, give me a wheel off the top. Wheel would go so hard here. Any wheels, any wheels, any wheels. And I'll take a vision. Expressive Iteration. Not quite. I think we just try to resolve an As Foretold this turn. It's the most mana efficient play. Yeah, can also get back Bowmaster. Can't get back Sheoldred, but that's probably okay. Bowmaster wheels take 6 to 7. Well, it's kind of 14, right? Because they're taking 7 off of the Bowmaster triggers, but then they're also taking an additional 7 when you get 7 counters on your army. So if you have Bowmaster plus wheel, it's kind of like 14 damage. Fire Blast and Popper. Too good for Modern, but they let you play that stuff. I mean, there's plenty of broken cards in Popper, right? Like all the Monarch stuff. Just like random 4-mana 2/3 commons that you just become the Monarch, and that's all. That's the only text that matters. Kind of rude, to be honest. At least it's not a Cascade spell. Still can find Wheel. Can also find Wheel off of Expressive. Wheel is lethal. Somebody clip that. Somebody clip that. Toughest Expressive Iteration decision ever. Alright, I guess I'll do this. Anyways. Yeah, clip that. World's best Expressive Iteration. Yeah, very difficult choice. Do I Electro? I could just Arcanist. Why don't we Preordain first to try and find the wheel? And then if we still brick on wheel, then we can just play Arcanist. Ooh, there we go. Alright, are you dead? Are you dead? They may have Force Negation. Pause champ. Please don't force me. This is lethal. If they're tanking this long, they definitely have Force, right? They have to. We are fetching. Alright, thank you, Care Bear. Nope. Alright, upstairs. So they take 7, this becomes an 8/8, and then I have lethal. Deck. Well, that was kind of pog. Okay. That was good. We did the thing. Chat, we did the thing. Get hype. Nobody's hype. Come on, chat. That was poggers. We need some more hype in the chat. Come on, guys. All right. Chalice, counter spells. Hey, you know what's kind of funny? Do I even bring in Chalice? Like, look at this. I have 10 zeros. I don't even know if I can actually bring in Chalice, like, justifiably. It's just so bad when it's, like, I have more zeros than they do, effectively. Why do we even have Chalices? I don't really know. I didn't ask Pause 9 about that one. I assume it's on 1, because you can bring it in Chalice on 1 against, like, Murktide or something. Yeah, because you can just, like, cut Preordains or whatever and bring in Chalice, and that's okay. But I'm not going to bring him in here. Just the Flusterstorms and the Pierces. Cut the... I don't think I have time for Arcanist. Actually, no, the removal spells are bad. Let's just swap these for counter spells. Yeah, it's good. You didn't bring it in against Burn? Well, Chalice on 1 is surprisingly not that good against Burn. Believe it or not. Because a lot of their power is concentrated in 2s and 3s. So, like, maybe if you have enough time, you can get the Chalice on 2, and that's good against burn. But that also stops, like, Electro for 0, and Expressive Iteration, and Dreadhorde Arcanist. So, yeah, the Chalices are just kind of weird in the sideboard. I think they probably shouldn't be there. Alright, put him on the 6. We're definitely going to ship this. I mean, it's already on 6. I think I have to keep this. Plays Chalice with 10-0 CMC spells because we switched to Dumbwake Stream. Yeah, true. Classic Dumbwake. Chat, what do we think's going to get banned on Monday? If anything. Chancellor of the Forge. You think they're going to ban Chancellor of the Forge? Too good. Chalice on 4. Bro, that was really good. I should have won that game. I played like a moron. Yeah, Doomwake Giant gets banned. So here's the thing. I'm probably gonna make a video on this weekend. My opinion is that if you're gonna ban something from Scam, you kind of also have to ban something from 4-color, because if you nerf the Scam deck but keep the 4-color deck as the same as it is, then I think that there's less natural predators for the 4-color deck. And I think Grief is the most obvious ban for Scam, but I haven't really thought too much about what 4-color piece you would ban. Somebody earlier suggested Fury, and I think that's a good idea, because not only do you take down the 4-color decks a peg, but you also take Scam down another notch. And I mean, at that point, if you're banning Fury and Grief, like, can we just admit that we fucked up and ban all the elementals? I don't know. I really wish they were just gone. I hate them so much. I don't know. I think forces are actually okay. So forces, I think, are the right way to do free spells because you can only use them on the draw, or like going, you know what I mean? It's when it's not your turn. So it's not like you can use the forces proactively as much. So I'm kind of less. I'm more okay with the forces than I am with the elementals. It's a lot harder to use them in a more like an offensive manner, you know? Because the whole point of printing these free spells, the forces and the elementals, was that they wanted to make the format more interactive. But the problem is the way that the elementals are designed is they're kind of interactive when you're using them for free, but the decks that utilize the elementals are either most of the time not casting them for free, or they're getting cards back with Beanstalk, or in the instance of Scam, they're using them proactively because they're just using them as a threat when paired with Not Dead after all. So even though they were designed as defensive cards, they're not really defensive cards. And I think that's why they're a big problem. But I'm fine with Force of Negation and Force of Vigor. I think those are good. We just fire this wheel. Kind of want to get a black source if I'm going to do that. I think I don't, though, because their hand seems bad. Like, they missed a land drop. They had to crack a clue. I'm just going to pass. Unban Birthing Pod to buff Yawgmoth and friends. I don't know if they want to buff Yawgmoth. It's already one of the best decks. Like, to ban Grief and Red and 6, the reality be a random unban. Yeah, what's like the most obscure card of the ban list? Like, guys, today we have decided to give modern players a bone, and we're gonna unban Punishing Fire. Just like the least impactful card they could unban or something. You know what I mean? Some stupid shit like that. Do I think they'll ban Karn and Pioneer? I don't think Pioneer needs changes as much as Modern does. Pioneer is in a much better spot than Modern is, personally speaking. Play Island first. Okay, that's good. And bottom exile. Oh, I already played a land. It's fine. Go. Just gonna chill. Hold up Flusterstorm. What ban in Modern would do nothing but catch the most strays? Yeah, Fable. Or like, Not Dead after all. Not it just if they banned exactly one of the scam spells, that would be the funniest thing ever. It's like, guys, we decided to take down scam a notch, and we're banning not it after all. Free my boy Hogak. No thanks. I think I'll pass. I think I'm all set with that. Opponent's got 4 cards in hand. Love to find a Bowmaster. Any Bowmasters? Any Bowmasters? Kind of want to Preordain first. Ho! Those are cards. They're at 17. Shitty thing is I don't have a second black mana. So I can play... I guess I can go Bowmaster off of the As Foretold on 2, play second As Foretold, play Wheel. That only deals them 7. But I can find a Flusterstorm off of it and then hold up Fluster, maybe. I can't imagine doing anything different. I'm just wondering if I probably don't keep the Sheoldred, right? Because I can't cast it. Yeah, that seems fine. So we go cast Bowmaster with As Foretold. I'm just gonna kill their shit, because killing their stuff makes it harder for them to... Killing their stuff makes it harder for them to go off with, what you call it? The Thing. You know the Thing. Pew, pew, pew. Glimpse, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, the Thing. The Thing, chat. You know the Thing that I'm talking about. Let's Preordain. Perfect. Could have kept the Vision for next turn, but I kind of already have this for next turn. The Thing, you know the Thing. That was a good turn. And now we have Black Source Sheoldred, so we can just go Black Source Sheoldred Wheel next turn. We have Spell Pierce up now. In before chat says, "Dude, Mike, how are you casting Spell Pierce this turn?" Well, let me tell you. You are about to learn. You are about to learn. You'll find out. I'm just gonna cheat. Not falling, I'm not broken here. Man, it's really satisfying to cast Wheel of Fate with an Orcish Bowmaster in play. Can confirm that's some good brain chemicals going on with this deck. Furry, that doesn't really do anything. Kills this, I guess. But again, we don't care because we have Sheoldred. Alright, Bowmaster down. Bowmaster Didge. Shitty thing is they're probably just going to concede to the Spell Pierce. Well, they don't have Violent Outburst because they would have done that. Yeah, they're just going to concede to Spell Pierce. They're not going to let me have my fun. Can't remember the rules. Does Electrodominance work with an As Foretold here? So if you cast Electrodominance with As Foretold, X has to be 0, in which case I would not be able to play Spell Pierce. But I could just cast the Spell Pierce off of the As Foretold. Yes. So right now, I could Electrodominance Wheel, but it's not lethal, because it only deals them 7. So I'd rather save it for the Sheoldred. But I could do that, yes. This is kind of like a... It's like advanced vintage cube deck, right? Sheoldred Bowmaster and a bunch of wheels. I cast Sheoldred. I guess they can force him negation the wheel. I guess I'll use the one-on-one. They can force this and I can't pierce. Like force pitch. Oh, they're going to outburst now. Okay. Alright, please don't concede to Spell Pierce so I can get a nice little Twitter screenshot with 14 Sheoldred triggers in the stack. I guess they might just force the Spell Pierce. Shadow Knight 476, thank you so much for the 25-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Hope you're having a good day today. Thank you for using that Prime. This hand, it's got a Preordain. It does, in fact, have a Preordain. Don't spell pierce my Preordain, please. When the vents are steamy. Uh-oh. I appear to have made an error. Abort, 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 abort mission, abort mission. Can I have that mulligan button back? Card Ebony Howl or something. It's called Ebony Owl Netsuke. This spike stack? Not spike stack. Normal 4-color. And don't mind me, I'm just gonna put this bolt in the graveyard and pass the turn. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Absolutely nothing going on. We're just vibing. Well, that turns off Electrodominance. Alright, so the question here is, do I continue to play the game and make them think that I'm Murktide? Or, excuse me, concede, make them think that I'm Murktide, or play it out? I guess I'll play it out. Concede. Okay. I played against Spike Stack in the prelim, hit Teferi off Rag, and their hand was 4 Cascaders. That's how you do it. Love to see that. I've only played against that deck once, and I got utterly destroyed. To be fair, I had Harmonic Prodigy in my deck, so, maybe that's a skill issue. Not making it easy on myself, What's it feel like to be a ghost? This Teferi is so demoralizing because it shuts off Arcanist and Electrodominance. Yeah, Teferi just solos us. Yeah, sure, it'd be nice if I could cast that card. I guess we can pretend like we're not dead. I did this wrong. And bottom exile. Go, I guess. Imagine playing Owling Mine in the standard where counterbalance top Ornithopter Deep Arrows was a thing. Are people playing Ornithopter in that deck? I don't recall people playing Ornithopter in those decks. I could be wrong. Oh, because of Arayo? Yeah, sure. There were standard Arayo decks. You know what deck I remember? Let me see if I can find it. This is like one of my favorite decks of all time. Look, old Doomwake had a different mindset on the game. Is there a deck list? It's like kind of a deck list. 4 Jushi Apprentice, 4 Spire Golem, 4 Mana Leak, 4 Annul. Yes, main deck Annul, by the way. 3 Rewind, 3 Hinder, 4 Shackles, 4 Thirst for Knowledge, Spellbomb, Echoing Truth, Chrome Mox, Stalking Stone, 18 Islands, sideboard, 4 Threads, 4 Annex, 4 Twin Cast, 3 Moloku. I recall people playing Moloku in the main deck. I don't remember sideboard Moloku. That deck was so sick, though. It was just like Mono Blue Control. That deck slapped. Yeah, I feel like people main deck Moloku. 6 colorless for 3/3. Yeah, you love to see it. You're playing it in Modern currently. It's good against the Karn decks. How can I possibly win this game? I don't know. Need to like bait some action out of them. Problem is we're just gonna die to this. Just gonna take a shit ton of damage. Yeah, I think Affinity lasted for like 3 or 4 months. Dreadhorde should have Prowess. That'd be a much better design. I don't know if it's too good with Prowess, but it'd be a lot better. A bunch of Mirrodin cards were banned by then. If I'm remembering correctly, I think the only cards that got banned in Standard were Disciple of the Vault, Arcbound Ravager, Skull Clamp, Artifact Lands. Was there anything else? I think those are the ones that got banned. Like from that era. 3 waves. Yeah, I know it was Clamp first. I think it was Clamp first, then Ravager, Vault, then the Artifact Lands or something like that. But there were separate waves of bans. Oh, yeah, just took lethal. Yeah, Ravager was the nail in the coffin. What were they thinking? They were like, okay, hey guys, we're going to print Mirrodin. Here's all these sweet artifacts and cards with Affinity. So Affinity is going to be the best deck. And now, you know what? How about we just print 2 of the most broken cards of all time with Arcbound Ravager and Skull Clamp? And then it didn't even stop then, because they also put plating in the 3rd set. Like, what were they thinking, man? I don't understand. It's so absurd. You know what I want to see? I want to see their their future league or whatever, where they test all of the cards beforehand. I want to see what their future league Affinity decks look like. They had to be really heinous, truly, utterly atrocious, to not realize that this was going to be a problem. Like, what were they were just playing a bunch of like Scale of Chiskoria and Tooth of Chiskoria. Like, these Affinity cards, guys. Did that exist back then? I think it did. I could have sworn it did. Maybe it didn't. What are we boarding against 4-color, by the way? Subtlety for Teferi, maybe? Could bring in Spell Pierce, too. These cards seem bad. I think I want Subtlety Spell Pierce. Just can't beat Teferi. What exactly is Affinity as intended? I'm not sure I understand that comment. Like, all the Affinity cards? Isn't that what Affinity was? Also, the Artifact Lands, too. When you're playing an Affinity deck, you just have... When you're playing an Affinity deck that has 20 Artifact Lands, you just have 20 Ancient Tombs. Like, how did they think this was going to be a good idea? What the fuck, man? It's so weird. Black Red. Design story behind Skull Clamp was basically it was originally to cast 3 to cast, 2 to equip. Yeah, no, I remember that. I remember that there was some like last minute tweaks to Skull Clamp, and they were just like, we'll just make it 1 and 1. What's the worst that could happen, kind of thing. It's like, oh, you know what the worst that could happen is? It just breaks the entire format. That's the worst possible scenario. Maybe it's just better to jam As Foretold here. Probably is. If only I had the wheel. They were dead to the wheel that turn. Did they make the -1 toughness as a nerf to the card? I think so, yeah. Right, I think the entire original design was that I think it just gave the thing +1/+1. So they were just like, you know what? Let's do -1/-1 or whatever. Something along those lines. Because they were trying to nerf it, and they actually just made it broken. It's a lot of Electrodominancing. Let's go hand bottom exile. I'm going to cast this for mana because I might find a 0 to play. I have 5 cards in hand. Do I want a wheel? Kind of, yeah. The other option is draw As Foretold, keep the wheel on top, Subtlety, pitch As Foretold, whatever their play is, and then next turn wheel. But I feel like that's worse than just casting wheel this turn, so let's do that. Play my land first. Mm, not great. Not great. We can't hold up Spell Pierce this turn. My brother in Christ, they have Sheoldred in their deck? What? Look at their mana base. How the hell are they casting this card? Sheoldred jump scare, I guess. What the fuck? These four color decks, man. These people. We need an intervention for these four color players. Yeah, four color, not black Sheoldred. Maybe they have Urborg. Maybe just one black source. It's not very nice. I don't like that. Yeah. Please play into my Spell Pierce. Alright, they must have drawn that off of the bean, because obviously they would have played it first. Should have fetched a black source. Man, I have black source in my hand, so it's not that bad. I mean, I'm just going to play Sheoldred. I think. Your turn. So they go to 6. Okay. I like that. Bargaining my bean so I can cast Sheoldred. Do you think that our opponent's Omnath deck also has Beseech the Mirror? I mean, maybe. These four color players will do whatever the fuck they want. Absolute insanity. Yeah, back to basics. That's what I'm talking about. Back to basics is the heroes, the good people. Ruination. That one's just destroy all non-basics, right? 2 in a red or something, or 3 in a red. Oh, I was F6, but I should have played Bow. Well, actually, no. It's right to hold the Bowmaster because of red and 6, I think. Can we agree that the design story behind Clamp is less embarrassing than the story behind Oko? Probably, yeah. I would agree with that. White, white, blue, green. What are they casting? They've already used Ren and 6. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to ping the Ren. I think it's actually more important to ping the Ren. Because, again, they've already used this. They can't use it again. And I need to try and kill this. Yeah, when the ring is one... Could have a third binding, I guess. That would kind of suck. But if they third binding, trigger here, ping this 2/2, I can put it to 1. They binding this, obviously. I mean, again, I really do think that we don't, like... We have the tools to fight this deck between the 4 Bowmasters and 3 Sheoldreds. We certainly have the tools available to us. Light blue, prismatic ending. It's really unfortunate. I guess I need black source, probably. Alright, good card, please. Good card. It's basically a good card. I mean, they're at 4. I just have to attack them, I guess. Hope they don't have another Omnath. Go. Bedge, 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 bedge. Oh, right, ring protection. I'm an idiot. Yeah, whatever. Miss 1 point of damage on the run, and I don't think that's going to matter. Yeah, I just cannot continue anymore. You know, I'm starting to think that maybe Scam is the good guy all along. It's kind of where I'm at right now. Maybe we don't ban Grief. If this is a blue source and I could cast Preordain, I might keep this hand, but I'm going to ship it as is. Okay, this is better. Remember Etron with Once Upon a Time? Yeah, every single deck was playing Once Upon a Time. That was wild. They reveal the companion. Kahira. I should shocked. Yeah, Lurrus Beanstalk. Well, I guess they wouldn't be that good, right? Because you couldn't play Binding Solitude or Fury. So, like, what would you even play with Lurrus Beanstalk? You could play Prismatic Ending, Logic Knot, Lorien Reveal. That's probably not enough. Kind of just want to scoop if they played Teferi. Go. Get rid of Grief on Banluris. Yeah. I don't know about that. Just have a bunch of Rakdos Luris mirrors. Best case situation would be an Evoke Errata to if cast. Yeah, yeah. They could just Errata. I wouldn't hate that. I think that's a reasonable solution. But they really don't like errating stuff for the most part. Because it just creates a lot of confusing situations, you know? So they tend to avoid erratas if at all possible. Why is he Evoke on my moderation list? It was a joke. Whoa! Now this is the real hero deck. Jace the Mind Sculptor? Are you kidding me? Can we get a shout out to our opponent? Can we get some Giga Chads in the chat for Jace the Mind Sculptor? Actually based. They chose not to use the ability. You think they got Solitude in hand? No, I'm not playing around it. Guess I will start by pinging Jace. Maybe they force this. One time, don't have force or solitude. Please and thank you. You want me to play this song? Alright, fine, Jose. Good timing. Getting really tired of these elementals, man. Okay. Got their Kahira, I guess. Why is this deck not running Force? It's just kind of weird when you're like you can't really protect your 2 mana plays on your own turn with Force. Like if you tap out on turn 3 for As Foretold, but I guess if you As Foretold wheel, resolve wheel, then you could force their follow up on their turn, so it could be good. It's just like it's a little bit awkward when you're going for stuff on your turn. It's kind of the issue. I'm not having a good time. Can Electro on their turn with Force backup. Yeah, but I'm saying if you're doing stuff on your own turn, like if it with Sheoldred and stuff, you know, because like you do have Sheoldreds. Trying to think where I want this Bowmaster damage to go. Probably just Teferi and then pass. And then if they minus Jace, I can bolt it. No reason to bolt now. Just wait. The other potential line was to bolt Teferi and pass and try to get them to brainstorm, but then they just counterspell the Bowmaster and then I kind of get fucked. Yeah, just push the Teferi forehead. Whoa. Sure. Well, this works out perfectly for me, because now I can just bolt the Jace. And if this resolves, then I just ping the Jace with the Bean trigger. Beans! They kind of have to counter this, right? I guess they just don't want to use Jace anyways. Alright, deal. This song is so good. Absolute banger. An all-timer, some would say. Ooh. Surely they don't have a counter spell, right? I mean, I kind of have to play into it. Oops. This one. Cast it. Gotta cast it, right? Can't not. Alright, back to our regularly scheduled programming. They're already down 2 Solitudes. Wait, what the hell? Oh, I was like, what's going on? Oh my god, I drew them into Terminus? Bro. That's hilarious. Alright, touche, 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 touche. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Yeah, I just drew them into Terminus. That's hilarious. That's pretty funny. Okay, Terminus resolves. We've already used the As Foretold. Any order. So they go to 5. We have already played a land, so I can't play Sheoldred. We can set up for Sheoldred plus Wheel next turn. Trying to think. I guess we can Iteration. Should probably just Preordain. I can't really do much with the Iteration. Probably want to back up Sheoldred. I don't want that, though. Alright, go. I guess I'm 1 mana short of casting 2 Sheoldreds next turn. So, like, if they counter the first one, then I just play the second one, then the wheel. Hoping for your downfall, Doom. Opponent's the hero of this game. How is my opponent the hero? They're playing Up the Beanstalk in Solitude. That's not the hero deck. This is the villain deck, alright? They're definitely the villain deck. 100%. Counterspell check? We've only gone through 1 counterspell. Oh, they have binding anyways. But I think I only have... Well, I've only gone through 1 of these, so I still have 3 more. Probably should get a black mana. Dreadhorde, unfortunately, does not work against a fairy. So let's Iteration first. Okay. Well, I guess I'll just get this one countered, go for the other one next turn. Gotta trade for the counter spells at some point. So we're down to... We still have 3 Bowmasters left. I have 3 As Foretold, 1 Iteration. I think I have 1 Bolt left. Oh my god, they have multiple Jaces. Jesus Christ. Our opponent has time traveled back like 7 years ago. Yeah, they heard you, Jose. Our opponent is doing some time traveling, to say the least. They're only down 2 counter spells. I mean, is it getting any better if I wait? I don't think so. I don't think it's getting any better. Just have a bunch of cards that don't do anything. Tank 10 counter spell. Go. I think we had a bug you did not notice when he cast Terminus and not trigger Beanstalk. Oh, it did. It did. If you go back and watch the VOD Grok, there was a trigger of Up the Beanstalk after the Bowmaster. It did trigger it. Multiple Terminuses. Alright, we're gonna be here a while. We are gonna be here a while. I don't know what their win condition is. I guess Solitude. I guess this is their win condition. Get your popcorn ready, though, chat. We're going to be here a while. If I resolve 2 wheels, I almost deck them. Yeah, the thing is, we're not resolving wheel. Yeah, they only have 1 counterspell left. They're probably going to save the counterspell for As Foretold, though. If only we could suspend Footfalls. Oh no, that's the win condition. Well, I'm keeping the fetch in play if they Fate Seal me. Their win con's a Celestial Colonnade. I would not be surprised if it was. Given they have multiple Jaces in their deck. Yeah, Bolt's, like, not that good, though. Mm, mm. If only we had a companion. Believe it or not, Grand Seal, the Wizards deck was the best deck of the night. We went 4-1 with it. We only lost to Spike's deck, the Spike's 4-color Cascade deck. It was a good one. A lot of potential. Doing the time warp, I see. Just more heinous shit. Legit tier 3 deck, yeah. Well, the thing is, they're all tier 3 decks. Everything is tier 3. Yeah, that's true. We purposely lost the last round so we didn't get the list posted. Gotta hide the tech. Even though people could just go to my Twitter and see the deck. Yeah, Jace is tier 0. I will, in fact, not declare a block. Surely that's gonna resolve, right? Go. Surely that's gonna resolve. Oh, it did, so they have binding. They just have nothing? Guess they can bounce. It's normal to lose to Spike's deck. He's just the best Twitch modern player after all. True. Very, very true. We could, in theory, win if we find As Foretold. Go Sheoldred, As Foretold, Wheel of Fate if they have nothing. I mean, they have 8 cards in hands. They're not going to have nothing. 2 and 3 with the control deck. But I punted really bad against Coffers because I was just running out of time. There was a chance, like, I definitely should have won that game, but I was just, like, kind of pressed for time and made a couple stupid decisions because I didn't want a timeout. Alright, we're dead. We're dead. Oh, is it really? Oh, I didn't pay it out. My bad. If only I had mods. Dude, my Twitch dashboard is kind of bugging because it didn't show an active prediction. That's kind of why I didn't notice it. Choose outcome. No, gotcha. There we go. We're good. Okay, against control. Let's cut Fatal Push, Bolt, Pierce, Fluster. Think maybe could want Subtleties too. We can trim like an Arcanist. And maybe can shave 1 Footfalls. You're just like, we have to be able to counter its Fairy. Song request was missed. Was it a while ago? I got you. In the queue. I got you, Microwave. I know, I'm sorry, Chad. I'm a terrible streamer. I don't even know why you guys are here, to be honest with you. I'm awful. Yeah, Arcanist is bad against the Fairy. I mean, I'm just gonna keep. I'm sick of mulling. Yeah, but in a fun way. You know, there's gotta be a reason you guys are here. I can't be that bad. Gotta be doing something right. Preordain. Can I have lands? Nope. Okay, there we go. There we go. I think I'm gonna upkeep this Bowmaster because I don't want them to counter it. Yeah, I'm just gonna upkeep it. Worse if they have exactly Prismatic Ending, but you can't play around everything, you know? Can't play around everything. Upkeep is better if they have Stern Scolding or Spell Snare. One of the cool NRG people, do you have any guess when they'll release that schedule for 2024? That I do not know. I'm not 100% sure when they will release that schedule. I know I'm doing commentary this weekend, but I would imagine probably like maybe December or something. That would be my guess. But like I'm not the one making the schedule, and I don't usually, I don't like talk to them a lot. We just jam the As Foretold here. I don't think so. I'm gonna pass. Maybe I should have played Expressive that turn. Now they can go Taff Bounce Bowmaster. They're not going to. Just gotta chill for a little bit. So now we can go As Foretold with Flusterstorm back up. But I guess if I was doing this, I probably should have done it pre-combat. I'll just keep passing. They're also going to keep passing. So, As Foretold, counterspell Flusterstorm. X equals 3, right? They could have another counterspell. Let's go to combat. Probably should have just went for it last turn. I don't know what I was waiting for. Let's go for it now, though. As Foretold. Yeah, let's fight over this. I need a black source, right? Just in case I draw Sheoldred. This song is nice. But yeah, this weekend I'm doing coverage on Saturday. So I'll be doing morning coverage for the Pioneer event on Saturday. So if you guys want to check it out, twitch.tv/NRG series. Should be a fun tournament. Fun weekend. Well, nobody has ever resolved Flusterstorm on Flusterstorm correctly, so we'll have to see if our opponent can do that. Resolving Flusterstorm challenge level impossible. There's only a select few that can do it. I think they might have messed it up. So this one's targeting their own Flusterstorm. This one's targeting my second Fluster, my third, and my first. Oh no, they did it right. Right? They did it right. I think they did it right. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll see what happens. Maybe I resolve this, maybe I don't. I'd prefer to resolve it. Worked on another version of this that had cut As Foretold for Fable and smoothed some out, although it was less fun. Yeah, the thing is, if you're going to play this many zeros, I think you kind of need it all. You need, like, the maximum number of those, you know? Okay, they fucked up, but it's fine, because they could pay 1. Alright, fine, go. We did it. Claps in the chat for our opponent. Quad Bowmaster? No, I have not had the pleasure of doing that yet. Sounds awful. After all that, I had a second As Foretold anyways. After all that, nothing mattered. Oh, fuck me, I guess. Alright, you're at 8. Your turn. Shouldn't have 6 in case they like hardcast Terminus. Ancestral Vision. Expressive first. Okay. Well, that's good. I didn't leave up double red, but I can go Scalding Tarn. Yeah, so we go hand, bottom, exile. Attack for 2, and then we can hold up instant speed, dominance wheel, which is lethal. So we'll see what they do here. It's weird. I might want to do it now because of the storm count. No, it's fine. I could just wait, I think. I think we can wait. Maybe they play a spell and up the storm count. Perfect. So let the Solitude resolve so it can target. Respond. We should be able to beat everything, right? Should be able to beat everything here with Flusterstorm. Pew, 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 pew. Easy. All right, that was a good one. That went pretty well. We like that. It's really fun when you get to do the thing. When your deck works as intended, Magic is fun. Write that one down. That's free advice. Try to get your deck to do the thing that it does. I'm gonna keep this hand. I don't love it. Preordain. Oh no. Fuck, I didn't bring it out the Chalice. Alright, our deck is no longer doing the thing that it wants to do. I have outs the Chalice on the board, I just didn't bring them in because I didn't know they had this card. We hadn't seen it in the first 2 games. That sucks. I saw your head on the MTGO loading screen. Yeah, is it still on there, by the way? Or was it just last night? Yeah, I don't think it's on there anymore. Yeah, it was there last night. But I think they're going to be doing that moving forward every Thursday to, like, help promote the Super League. That was really cool. Mom, I'm on the front page! Get the camera! Get the Polaroid! I should have. I didn't screenshot it. Society if my opponent did not play at Chalice the Void. I mean, they just won't have a counterspell for this, or any out to it. I don't really have a choice, I think, because even if I wait a turn, they can just play land and then pay for the... They can pay for the Fluster if I wait. So I'm just gonna jam it. Okay. Shitty way to go out. Alright, I don't want to play anymore. You win. We just can't beat the Chalice. Again, if I had known they had Chalice, I would have boarded it Answers, but we hadn't seen it the first 2 games. That sucked, though. Alright, chat, last match of the stream. If you guys got a Prime sub that you've been holding the entire stream, now is the best time to use it if you don't want to watch those pesky little ads. An ambitious sub goal in place. I don't think we're really going to ever get close to it, but if we do, that's the sub goal we have in place for the next Pure Modern event. It's definitely ambitious. Okay, what are we looking for here? Not these cards, I think. Not really that either, you know. Probably Zoo. So I'm going to play Arcanist here. And that way, if I draw As Foretold or Electrodominance, I can double Ancestral next turn. And that would be nice. In Australia, we don't get no free Prime subs. Really? I didn't know there were certain countries that didn't get Prime subs. Oh, we're getting scammed. Doom scam. No scam. Interesting. Well... I'm going to hold up Bolt just in case they have another Fury plus Scam. Also just holding it up for Bowmasters. Because if they Bowmaster, I'm going to kill it while they're tapped out. Since they probably have the Scam stuff too. Yep. And then we can try to Expressive into Electrodominance next turn. That'd be nice. Expressive, hit Electro, land, Electro, attack, draw 6. Hope they don't have Bowmaster. Imagine Electrodominance Ancestral, and they just Bowmaster in response. Blue-Red Wizards list with Spellstutter. I've played that a couple of times. I think we 4-1'd a couple of times with that deck. It was good. It was good, for sure. Thankfully, they cannot cast that. That would be not great for me. So let's Expressive first. Defabricate. I don't even know what that card... Dude! Bro! This is the same thing that happened earlier. So for those of you who haven't been watching this whole league, I think round 2 we Expressive Iteration and hit triple Ancestral. And now we've done it again and hit triple Wheel of Fate. Yeah, it's literally Fate. I don't what do you want from me? It's actually Fate. This is nuts. That's not the first time that's happened, by the way. I just want to point that out. I guess I have to try and find a Bolt or a Push. Yeah, that's wild. If that doesn't deserve a sub, I don't know what does. Alright, your turn. Sub for the triple wheels. That was wild. Yep. So we got 5. Can Bowmaster next turn. Really need to find an Electrodominance, though. Oh, we're just dead. Alright, cool. 07. Alright, what do we want against Zoo Scam? Don't think I want Chalice. Don't think I want EE. Subtlety's good. Cast Fire, not good. I think that's it, really. Just Subtlety. Cut. Like an Arcanist, kind of slow. Preordain against Bowmaster seems fine. Are we in the end times with this Bean Dex? Is that a fancy way of asking me if I think that Bean's going to get banned? If that's what you're asking me, I would not be surprised if it did. And I think the reasoning is, so a lot of people were complaining about, like, you know, there have been a lot of ban discussions about whether or not Ring's going to get banned. One, I think Bean is a better card than Ring. I'm kind of convinced at this point. Like, it just offers you a lot more cards over the course of a long game with the elementals and such. And the other thing is, I know that they don't do this a lot, but as far as price point's concerned, they'd feel much better about banning an uncommon than banning a $50 mythic rare. So I think if anything out of the 4-color deck is likely to get banned, I think Bean is probably the one. Like, if I had my way, I would probably ban Grief, Fury, and up the Beanstalk. I think that's where I'm at. Because you can't ban a card from Scam without also banning a card from 4-color. Because the 4-color deck just becomes too good when it doesn't have Scam to keep it in check, as it were. So you gotta ban something from both decks. But let's be honest. The reality of the matter is that I think the most likely change, or the most likely outcome of Monday's announcement, is no changes. So keep that in mind. I do think that there's a good chance they won't do anything, because it is the middle of an RCQ season, and banning somebody's deck in the middle of an RCQ season is kind of a feel bad with that. You know, somebody bought into Modern hoping that they would get to play an RCQ with Scam, and Grief gets banned, then kind of in an awkward spot. So I think, yeah, for that reason, I think the most likely outcome is probably no changes. Yeah, next season, you know, once the RCQ season switches to Pioneer, then who cares? They'll do whatever, you know, it doesn't matter. But in the middle of the season, no, I don't think they're going to ban anything. Even though I really want them to, and I think the format would be a lot better off if they did, I don't think that's going to happen. See, I disagree. I think Pioneer is in a much better spot than Modern is. I completely disagree with that take. Pioneer is actually really good. Like, if you look at the win rates and the metagame percentages from the recent regional championships, nothing is super concerning about Pioneer. Like, you know, Mono Green and Rakdos had a relatively similar combined metagame share. I think they were both like 12%. And the win rates, nothing was well above 50%. I think the highest win rate was Phoenix at 55, but even that's like not that bad. But if you look at compared to Modern, like the play percentage or the metagame share of Scam is 25%. That's double what anything was in Pioneer. It's weird. I think that the way that I would put it is the play patterns of Pioneer are worse, but the metagame share of Modern is worse. So like both formats kind of have their issues. So it's just like which one. That was a good draw, by the way. It's like which of those do you value more? You know what I mean? Pew, 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 pew. This is really fun. I'm having a good time. Opponent's at 13. I do have a basic island in my deck. So I guess we'll just fetch basic island, main phase Bowmaster. Could I have killed them? I spewed 6 damage at their tokens, but they could have just chump blocked if I didn't kill their stuff, right? I mean, they're dead anyways, so it doesn't matter. But I don't know. Maybe I could have killed them that turn. I gotta tell you, this deck is... It's somewhat inconsistent, but when it does its thing, it's really fucked up. Chained to the rocks? My goodness. Chained to the Yep Rocks. Yep Rocks. Alright, you are dead. Done. Fatal Push your Scion for value. Game 3. All because of you. So yeah, I don't know. I think Pioneer is okay in terms of metagame share. If I had my wish, I would like to ban something out of Lotus Field and Mono Green, but I also think that their win rates and metagame shares are not high enough to warrant a ban. But, you know, when you talk about a deck being 25% of the format, then it gets to be a problem. And I think that's kind of where we're at with Scam. But, again, there's an issue where you can't ban something from Scam unless you also ban something from the other decks, because it just kind of, there's like a weird balance in Modern where even though the decks are, like, Scam is all over the place, it is keeping some of the other nonsense in check, like 4-color. Some of the time, at least. And you got to keep the equilibrium, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm going to keep this. Put back this, and I think just Subtlety. Shut up, Grand Seal. Yeah, gotta keep the wonky decks honest. You know what it is. Those are both pretty good cards, but I think I cannot afford... Well, I guess I can keep both. Yeah, this is fine. We can Bowmaster on 2, and then if I don't draw land after that, then I can Expressive Define land 3, and then As Foretold on turn 4. Should be okay. We're going to get blasted by Cyano Draco. No, we're not. They have Bowmaster. Deal. I mean, they're definitely not going to ban Beanstalk and Pioneer. There's no way they would do that. Is there even that many people playing it in Pioneer? Opponent has not learned the valuable lesson of don't be the first one to cast Orcish Bowmasters. Okay, they had Biting anyways. Do they have a second one? Scion of Draco. Alright, give me a land, please. Land is crucial. Fuck. Hitting a land that turn would have been so good. Yeah, this doesn't help me, though. It's good next turn, but I don't know if there's going to be a next turn. Am I a Rangers fan? No. I don't really watch sports outside of football. Fatal Push, wrong tool for the job. Please don't stub me. I'm asking nicely. Ooh, didn't get stubbed. Do we Footfalls first? Probably, right? Okay, we can erase this. Depends on how many Tribal Flames they have. Fetch. Not shock. I'll take 4. So we'll go to 8. Twitch Prime sub if Chiefs lose today. What's the... I don't even know what the game is. That's bad. And they're at 17. What can I even wheel into to kill them? Our opponent showed us Tribal Flames game 1. I don't know. I don't think all lists have it, but they did show us Tribal Flames game 1. Chiefs Broncos. I mean, the Chiefs are going to win by a lot, right? So I guess I'm not going to get that Prime sub then. 07s. Sag, no Prime sub for Doomlake. I'm trying to think of what I can draw to if I wheel here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what my outs are. I don't have removal for these stupid Scions. Well, I was talking about the other Prime sub. The other people who have Prime in the chat that are using it. They're never going to Prime sub to me now. Sheoldred can give me an extra turn. Kind of. Can it, though? No, how does Sheoldred give me an extra turn? Because I have to use the As Foretold first, right? I have a second island, yeah. Emotional Microwave, thank you so much for the $5 donation. Have a great night. Thank you for stopping by, Microwave. Visions, Shelly, fetch Preordain. Yeah, that would work. Visions into exactly Sheoldred, blue, fetch Preordain. And then I would go to 9. Take 8, go to 1. Like, I don't want to cast Wheel because it gives them outs to find. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want to give them 7 cards. Oh, the other out was Bowmaster, land, second As Foretold. That would have been enough. Yeah, Wheel is death for sure. Bowmaster, second As Foretold, land would have done it. Because then I go land, As Foretold, Bowmaster, Wheel. That would have done it. Unfortunately, I don't think I have any more outs now. Yeah. Yep, death. GG's. That was fun. I mean, I know we went 1-4, which is not the best result, but I had a lot of fun. I think there is definitely something going on here. Not sure about the footfalls. The removal spells, I think, could be... These can probably go... As much as Arcanist does offer you consistency in your combo, this card is just really bad. So, yeah, I think we don't want to play the Arcanist, but, like, Bowmaster, As Foretold, Dominance... Vision, Wheel, Iteration. That's a good core. Preordain too. It's just like finding the supplemental cards for that is kind of tough. But maybe something here. It was pretty cool. It was a lot of fun. We got to do some cool stuff. We got to Expressive Iteration in the triple Wheel of Fate and then triple at Ancestral Vision. So it was good content at least. Good content. Alrighty, chat. That is going to do it for me. 6.5 hours. That went pretty long. Thank you all for tuning in and helping the stream. I appreciate each and every one of you. Again, streaming is very difficult, so thank you very, very much for tuning in, supporting the stream. You know, I would not be able to do this without each and every one of you. So, Doom Loves in the chat. Thank you for being here and hanging out with us tonight. I hope you had a great time. I will see you all lovely folks tomorrow. We're going to do a bit of an early stream. I think the plan, I want to do a 64-player cube tomorrow. But